say thank you to all the parents for raising such a great group of young men. It's been a pleasure working with them throughout this entire process. I'd also like to personally thank all the coaches who have given their time away from their families for the summer to be here. This game would literally not be possible without their support and involvement. We can't do this without the coaches. I've really enjoyed getting to know all the coaches over the years. I also want to thank the athletic trainers, Scott Corkin, Holly Boberka, and the whole staff from Active Physical Therapy. They're at the Dome early, getting the players ready for practice, and also taking care of them after practice. It's no easy task keeping these guys as healthy as possible, especially when it's been so long since they last put on the pads. I'm also questions have come up regarding pictures that have been taken throughout the week. I've been posting some of them on the All-Star Game Facebook page so the coaches can scout the other teams, apparently. As soon as we're done here, I'll get all the pictures back from the photographer as well as all my stuff in the video, and we'll let everybody know. We'll post it on Facebook. We'll send out emails and stuff to know where you can get all that stuff. As far as the game goes, it's going to be live streamed tomorrow, so those links are all right on Facebook there. It'll be live streamed, and then they're going to replay it again on Sunday, so everybody should have a chance to watch that. I'm also happy to report that we took in over 1,500 pounds of food for the St. Vincent de Paul Food Pantry at the beginning of the week. That's a huge amount of food for them, and it really helped them out. So they were getting a little bit low and indicated that this would sustain them for quite a while. Along with the food drive, we had some other activities this week, including the Skills Challenge on Wednesday and the Youth Camp on Thursday. The Skills Challenge winners are as follows. Carter Olszewski from the Sioux and Nico Lukarainen from Negaunee were the fastest overall and the fastest lineman. Drake Spickerman from Negaunee, Adam Horrigan from the Sioux, and Cole Putcher from Gladstone had the most bench press reps. Adam and Drake's 23 reps on the bench press was good enough for third on the all-time record, and Cole's 22 reps was second all-time for non-linemen. Braden Altoff from Pickford had the furthest throw in the quarterback challenge. Caden Kalkari from Menominee won the punt contest, and Ricardo Moaro from Gogebic had the longest field goal. Trent Lawson from Escanaba won the best hands for the non-linemen, and Drake Spickerman from Negaunee won the receiver challenge for the linemen. Let's give them a hand. Thursday, the players and coaches put on a youth camp at the Dome for area kids. A huge lesson of All-Star Week is giving back, and last night's youth camp was a clear example of that. The players did great, and it's not difficult to understand why these All-Star players are sitting here today with those young. It's not difficult to understand that these All-Star players sitting here today were those young kids not too long ago. By giving those kids their energy and passion, they're helping UP football strong for years to come. Those kids came to the Dome to see their heroes, and they did not leave disappointed. Someday, they may be sitting here as All-Stars, and in some small way, because of what you did for them. And that's what this is all about. Jake Witt, a former All-Star player from U and Trout Creek and soon-to-be NFL player, also made a special appearance as well. Having Jake be here brings this entire process full circle, because he came back to give his time and energy to you, just like you gave your time and energy to those little kids. Throughout this process, there were 56 players that raised extra money so they could receive bonus gear and rings. Those extra amounts help us achieve our donation goals. In past years, we picked schools to receive the donation in the amount of $1,000, which they can use for anything to help their football program at any level, kids all the way through high school. This year, because last year we got through all the schools, so over the course of this year, or over the course of the years, every single school has received that donation in the UP at one time or another. And because we made it through all of those schools, this year we decided to make a donation to the Do It for Daniel Foundation, which Jeff and Sally Olson started to remember their son, Daniel. Daniel was an all-star player in this game not too long ago. We'll also be donating the practice jerseys to Pickford and Cedarville. That's a full set of jerseys, which are new at the beginning of this week. In addition, each All-Star head coach is going to get 12 brand new footballs for his team. Andy Crouch from Lake Linden and Brad Wilgen from Westwood. Thanks to every player for doing their part so that we can meet all of those goals. There's two players that I'd like to recognize at this time who went above and beyond. So Max Wilgenen from Westwood from the red team, and AJ Prosser from Ishmael from the black team. Can you guys stand up for me? There you go. AJ Prosser and Max Wilgenen. Stay standing, guys. Max and AJ raised the most money on their respective teams, and the most overall. All players are required to raise $600 to help us cover expenses, renting the facilities, food, dorms, all those things. These two players went way beyond, with Max raising $2,500 and AJ raising $2,000. That's a huge amount of money. That's outstanding effort, and those are the things that really help promote this game and help us get to where we need to be. Okay? These players spread the word in their communities, and we're out there to get support from all these businesses and individuals for our cause. It's because of these efforts that makes this event possible. So for that, AJ and Max are each going to receive one of the autographed footballs from your team. So when we're done here tonight, you guys each get one of those autographed footballs that you guys did the other day. All right, let's give them a hand. I also want to recognize Brad Wilginen from Westwood and Andy Crouch from Lake Linden, our two All-Star Game head coaches. For taking the head coaching duties and for their respective All-Star teams, I presented each of them with a ring earlier, commemorating their involvement in the game. This position takes a lot of hard work, organization, and preparation, and they get nothing in return other than our gratitude. I hope the rings are a reminder of some of the positive things that the game stands for and the memories you made while you were here. I know I surely have enjoyed your friendship throughout the years when this started 16 years ago. Now, I'm sorry, this is what you get with me. I'm very passionate, I'm very emotional about what I do. Now I'd like to recognize these two guys right here in front. Okay, Caden and Carson, why don't you stand up? This is Caden Feinstein and Carson Feinstein. They're good friends of ours from Madison, so I happen to be a trainer and I train both of them. These guys are really good friends of the family, and this last winter they lost their dad, a good friend of ours, to a heart attack. And so they've always been part of our family, but now even more so. So I love you guys. You're just like my boys. And last but not least, of course, my wife Jody in the back. All you football families and football people know that we can't being a football wife or a sports wife, we can't do all of this without your permission. We are allowed to do what we do because you let us do that, and this is certainly no exception. This is a huge event. It takes a lot of time, and the only reason why I'm allowed to come here and wear Jordans all week and act like a little kid is because she lets me. So let's give Jody a hand. Okay, black team, why don't you guys come on up here? Okay, I'd like to introduce the head coach for the black team, Andy Crouch from Lake Linden Hubble.
What a week. We gotta start by thanking Todd and Jody. What they do for us and the Upper Peninsula it's unbelievable. It's the greatest event on the Upper Peninsula, and we are so fortunate that they do that for us. So if we could give them one more round of applause. I'd like to thank parents for sending us your kids. This week has been unbelievable. This is as good of a group of kids as I can remember in the 16 years we've been doing this. Sometimes graduating seniors have a little too much fun and causes a little stress on the people running this, but this week is one of the best weeks we've ever had. The character of these kids is something that I got a funny story for you that happened last night. Todd was saying, we're putting on this youth all-star game. we've been talking to the kids about character and doing things the right way and know who your audience is. And, you know, we got all these little kids coming in, and there's a couple of kids on our team, the black team, and they're up in the bleachers, and they're kicking balls up there and throwing it around. And, you know, classic fly off the handle me, I go over and start bitching at them and say, hey guys, get out of the bleachers. Got little kids, start conducting yourself the right way. Well, 20 minutes later, the camp is starting, and that's one of the stations. The little kids are kicking the balls up into the bleachers. Now, and the point being, those kids didn't say, we're supposed to be, you know, they just kept their mouths shut, walked out of the bleachers, went to see if that's what they're supposed to be doing, and I was wrong. But the fact that they didn't get all upset about it tells me that these are the type of kids that are going to do well in not just this game, but down the road in the future. So it's been a phenomenal week. I congratulate all the kids for being all-stars. I think we're going to have a hell of a game tomorrow. It's going to be a lot of fun. And you guys, as players, you know, take in every moment that you can. Get the pictures taken after the game tomorrow, you know, with everybody, and embrace it. And next year, come back and support the game as well. So, without further ado, I'd like to turn this over to our coaching staff. In my opinion, this is the best coaching staff ever assembled. If you go through this list here, there's a couple of state championships with these guys. And the fact that these guys are donating their time for these kids is something that these kids have not taken lightly. So I appreciate the friendship that I have gathered with these guys, them coming out and helping us and helping your kids. So I will turn this over to the Calumet head coach, good friend of mine, Mr. Josh Fronte.
Thanks, Andy. Most of you obviously don't know me. As my guys know, I don't like being in front of people and talking. I'm going to get on the sidelines where you guys can yell at me from out there. I don't have to pay attention. But no, everything Andy said, this is a first class. This is my first time ever being a part of it. I graduated before this game started. My brother played in it, I believe. The guy that I learned everything from that is going to talk tonight. He's done it, and all I hear is great things. And now that I've been a part of it, I want to be a part of it as many times as I can because it's an awesome experience. I think the best part about it, though, is all the relationships. With my boy Mutt, Jeb, I got some new boys on the D line. Right? Like these kids are awesome, and it's such a blast to be able to meet so many kids from different areas. I don't leave Lorien very much. I don't like to. I like to stay up north. but it's been fun, and all the coaches that I've learned from, like Andy said, it's a phenomenal group, and I'm very thankful to be a part of it. So, Black Team's gonna win. Coach Robin Martela from Iron Mountain. Thanks, Mike. Like Josh said, I'm Coach Robin Martela from Iron Mountain. I've had the privilege this week to work with inside linebackers on the black team. You just talk about top-notch kids. That's going to be a theme going for all these coaches on the black team, the red team. Just outstanding young men, just outstanding. Okay. This is my first time here. I don't have a lot of regrets in life, but I do have a regret not getting involved in this program, this game, earlier in my coaching career. I just do. For whatever reason, I've been a head coach at Iron Mountain for 12 years, been asked numerous times. For whatever reason, it didn't work out, and just, young kids, and my wife, and jobs, and bills, and all that stuff. I would just challenge all the kids here to try to limit the amount of regrets you have in your life. And just do things that you're passionate about, and just take a leap of faith at times. And I guess that's one thing I've learned this week, and I guess I'm hoping back next year, I'm hoping back in years to come, just because it's a great experience, okay? The fastest 5 days of the last 20 years of my life, and that's just me thinking out loud. It's just so much fun, great individuals, great coaches, and I'm just happy to be here, and I just want to say best of luck to everyone tomorrow. Have a great game, stay healthy, and best of luck to all you kids on the next game that you'll be in. Thank you very much. I'll briefly introduce a living legend in Upper Peninsula football, Mr. Jeff Olson from Michigan.
First of all, I want to thank the parents. You know, I've been in this All-Star game has been put on for 16 years, and I was fortunate enough to coach. This is my 11th year coaching. There's a couple reasons why. And number one is, you know, who wouldn't want to coach the best kids? And I say best kid, I'm not saying the best football players, but the best kids in the UP for 6 days every year. And, you know, the other thanks is to Todd and Jody. You know, number one, for having confidence in me for the very first one, 16 years ago, and I keep coming back and I keep coming back. But this event, what they put on is phenomenal, because UP kids, there's a state all-star game downstate, and UP always gets slighted in that, and we might be lucky to get one in that game. But for what Todd and Jody put on here and do for UP football, almost 80 kids, sometimes it's more, sometimes it's a little less, 80 kids get to come together, play one more time, but not just play one more time, but spend the whole week, you know, making new friends, having an experience of their life, because of what Todd and Jody do for them, what they do for us. And, you know, our kids are very fortunate to have those two put this on every year. And this year, you know, we've said this a lot during this week. You know, I come back because you get to coach the best of the best, and that's credit to you parents, but this year more than any year, I mean, these kids are phenomenal, and that's a credit to you guys. And then one last thing to Todd and Jody for doing this. And with that, I'm going to introduce former state champion and great run this year from the Ghani, making the state championship game, Paul James.
Thanks, Jeff. I also want to start out by thanking the parents, because this has been allowing us to spend this week with your kids has been we're blessed with that, and it's been a great experience for me. And next I want to thank Todd and Jody. I've been involved with this game since inception in 2008. And just fortunate to keep allowing me to come back to spend a week with the best of the best in the UP. And this really is a great opportunity to showcase the talent that we have here in the UP and the brand of football that we have here, but also the type of kid we have. And to spend this week with such a great group of individuals, both the black and the red team, I'm just fortunate to be involved with it. So I want to thank those guys for that. And keep it short and sweet. Without any further ado, Sam Gillis.
The main reason I'm on this staff was to bring the average age of our coaching staff down dramatically. But no, in all honesty, I'm going to beat on the same drum as everyone else. You guys have tremendous kids, no behavior problems throughout the week. And if I'm going to take probably one word away with all of this, it's just the word with honor. This is a really full circle moment for me. You know, we did the youth camp this week. When I was 8 years old, I was going to this youth camp. I was talking to them earlier about the week, about, you know, what I did in that. I was on the chain game with my dad for years, again, as a kid. And I had the honor of playing this game 4 years ago. I will talk about the result of that, but and now I get the honor of coaching with a great coaching staff. Our head coach, Andy, I've been friends with him since probably I was born, and it's just a great honor to be with these kids, and it's a great honor to get a little reunion. I played for where Coach Wilginen, Coach Wolf, Coach Nemi, Coach Olson. When I played in this game, I got to play against Coach Jake, Coach Baruti, and it's just a great honor. And you guys have great young men, and it's been just an honor of a week. So thank you guys. And last but certainly not least, Coach Leo Grzinski with his rare no hat appearance.
I'm going to start just like everybody else. You know, I want to thank all the parents. You have to thank Todd and Jody. I want to thank these kids. I mean, there's so many things that could go wrong when you put a bunch of kids and let them run loose in the afternoon and stuff. These kids were great. They were awesome. They were so respectful. To watch them gain new friends, hang out with players that they played against before. It's an amazing thing to come and see and watch come together. You know, and for me, this is my first year doing it. Again, if Todd and Joey don't throw this on, I don't have this opportunity. But my coaching staff over there, you guys, it's been a blast. I have no idea what it's like to get to work with these guys every day and just watch them do what they do. But you know, I hope you guys understand this and all the work. You know, this is a privilege to be here. Like I tell us, some of you, this is the last time you're gonna get to suit up, all right? So let's fly around tomorrow. Let's everybody be safe, have some fun. But let's showcase our skills, all right, guys? So without further ado, I'm gonna let the black team come on up, boys.
Alright, this is my roommate, Tyrell Matson. He's from St. Agnes. He plays inside linebacker, DN. He likes his pizza. He loves pizza. I can't tell you how many times he ordered Domino's instead of going to the cafeteria. But yeah, his future plans after high school are going to trade school for HVAC.
Hi, this is my roommate, Devin Grollo. I'll tell you what, he likes to sleep a lot. I'm just glad that he doesn't snore because I would not have a great time staying in the same dorm room as him. But he's from Stevenson, and he wants to be an electrician, and I just had a great time with him.
This is my roommate, Matthew Steinberger. He went to Notre Dickinson, he plays defensive tackle, and unlike them, he does snore, but nothing I can't handle. And yeah, his plans after high school are to just work.
I'm not gonna lie, this was really last minute, but this is Javon Chalofo. He's got 5 siblings. He loves soccer, great at swimming. He goes to Baraga, but played for Lance. Went to Baraga, but played for Lance. Lance, sorry. And he's gonna go to Northern to study accounting. That's all I got.
My roommate's name is Nico Lucarin. It's a hard last name, I'm sorry, that's on me. His plans after high school, he's gonna study construction management here at Northern, play ball with me. He's a linebacker, and we got along really well in the room. We both like it super cold and super noisy, so we had no complaints whatsoever. It was great.
I have Mason Totsky as my roommate. He went to Ontonagon High School, and he had an amazing football career in A-Man. He's going to NMU next fall, going to be my teammate, and he's getting his degree in exercise science, and he's just been a great roommate, so thank you.
For this week, my roommate was Carter Oshelski. Carter's from Sault Ste. Marie, and after high school, he plans on going to LSSU for marketing and track and field. He has one younger sister, and I was pretty nervous at the start of this week for who my roommate would end up being, but I'm pretty sure I lucked out. If you walk past our dorm in the middle of the night, you'll probably hear us laughing at random TikToks.
My roommate this week was James Melke. James went to Lake Linden High School and plans to go to college at Michigan Tech for exercise science. James likes food, fishing, working out, and cars. He was a great guy to hang out with this week, and I wish him luck on his future endeavors.
My roommate was Michael Peterson. He's from Norway, enjoys sports, eating Lake Linden and homecoming, and hanging out with his girlfriend. Michael, aka P, will be attending CMU in the fall to study physical therapy and hopes to be a physical therapist. Michael has one older sister and one older brother, leaving him being the caboose of the family. I enjoy Michael being my roommate solely because he was very clean and was very respectful of our room. Very glad Michael and I got to share this experience together.
My roommate was Kaden Kalkari from Menominee. Going into this week, I was nervous to see who my roommate was. Before this week was started, I had never talked to Kaden, but just 5 days later, we have gotten a lot closer than I figured I would with any teammate. Kaden is a great athlete on the football field and never says anything negative. He was never annoying in the room. I am happy that I had the opportunity to have a roommate as great as Kaden.
This is my roommate, Jersey Karki. He went to Westwood High School where he was on the first team to win districts in Westwood history. Jersey plans to help run the family business now after high school and plans to dive into real estate as well. Midway through the week, I was bedridden as I was puking and not feeling well, and I woke up multiple times to Jersey being there for me with medicine and asking if he could help in any way. Jersey is an awesome dude and was a great roommate, and I wish you the best of luck in your future endeavors, Jersey.
Hello, this is my buddy, Bryce Buzzo. Before I dive into a few things about him, I just want to say one thing. I've never met somebody who eats more B-dubs in my life. So, Bryce went to Ontonagon. He plans to go to St. Norbert to play football and a major in business. Me and Bryce shared a lot of laughs throughout the week, and he was just a great, clean roommate to have. So.
This is my roommate, AJ Prosser. Made it really easy. I mean, I can sound out his last name, so that's cool. But he's just an all-around great guy. Didn't know really what to expect coming into it, meeting new guys, but great time. Awesome, real funny. He's planning on going to NMU for construction management in the fall, and he used to play for Richmond High School.
This is my roommate, Mitchell Cartwright. He went to Gladstone and he's going to Bay College for 2 years for pre-engineering, and then after he's going to transfer to Michigan Tech for mechanical engineering. He plays middle linebacker. He likes to hit the tables at the casino, especially poker and roulette. In his free time, he likes to hunt, fish, and is an okay golfer.
This is my roommate, Jed Anderson. Jed played for Nagani this year, and he's a tackle. Jed loves his sleep. Loves it. Jed also can't wake up to an alarm. They go on 6 in the morning to 8:30. Jed enjoys his Mountain Dew, fishing, hunting, golfing, and of course sleeping. And in Jed's future, he's going to be a welder at Great Lakes Sounds and Vibrations.
This is my roommate, Leo Imhoff from Wakefield, Marinesco. Played football at Levick. He's planning to attend lineman school in Tennessee. His favorite football team, his favorite professional football team, is Kansas City Chiefs. Some things he likes to do on his free time is boating, hanging out with his dogs, and hanging out with his family. His favorite drink is sweet tea.
This is my roommate, Micaiah Paramaki. Micaiah graduated from Munising and plans to continue playing football and continue his education, going to Michigan Tech. He plans to study to be a geological engineer. He's playing linebacker for us tomorrow and enjoys working out and ice diving. I didn't really notice a lot of sleeping issues with him. He usually gets to bed about now, and I come in a little later, so I don't know if you guys
Andrew Weber. Andrew graduated from North Central, and he plans to take over his family's business in railroad construction. I don't know if he snores, honestly, because I am always the first one asleep, which is kind of nice, because he comes in about 2:30 in the morning. So he's playing the end for us tomorrow. This is my roommate, Braden Dunstan, also known as Dougie. Dougie played football at Negaunee, where he played tackle. He also wrestled and did track, not ran track. He was very specific about that. Dougie is a beast on the football field, but even more of a beast at the poker table. And he will be continuing his education at Central Michigan University, studying business finance.
This is my roommate, Kane Nebel. Great guy, great leader on the football field, great roommate. He doesn't snore, which is really nice. He's not the best at poker though, but it's whatever. He plans to go to the University of Michigan and study business.
This is my roommate, Blake Dope. Graduated from Newberry. Plans on going to LSSU. Alright. Not bad. Pursue a degree in criminal justice. He really likes vitamin water. He has a lot of shoes. A lot. Shoes and clothes.
This is my roommate, Michael England. He graduated from Mid-Penn. He's a wideout. Weirdest sleep schedule ever. Get to the room after we're doing stuff. It'll be like 8:40. He's out like a light. Wake up in the middle of the night at like 3. He'll be up watching TikTok. But overall, great dude. Very clean and pretty chill guy.
Alright, this is my roommate, Marco Juarez. He graduated from Newberry. He was a running back and a corner. And I don't know, he likes to go to bed pretty early. Normally by the time I come back, he was sleeping already. And he would wake me up in the morning because I sleep past my alarms because I normally have my parents wake me up still. So. Yeah, he's a beast on the field and he's a really great person. So I was very glad to meet him for the week. So.
So my roommate was Easton Palmacki. He's planning on his future is welding at NMU. And one reason why I'll wake up before you is because you're snoring. And you come in really late at night from a poker. So, it was long nights. Can't tell you if you won or lost because I was sleeping by then. Thank you.
My roommate was Cole Milla, and I've known Cole for a couple years now, but I've had the great privilege of getting to know him a little bit more this week. Cole went to Kingsford and participated in track, golf, basketball, and football. Next year he plans on going to Michigan Tech, playing defensive back for their football team, and majoring in business finance. Some of the things he likes to do are golf and hang out with the guys. Along with being an amazing athlete, Cole is a leader both on and off the field, pushing others to be the best that they can be. I'm looking forward to playing with Cole and the rest of the guys tomorrow.
My roommate was Philip Nelson. Like we said, we known each other. We battled in track, long jump. Really, that was really fun. But he went to Negaunee where he played wide receiver. Just a phenomenal athlete. He plans to attend Liberty University to study electrical engineering, and he enjoys spending his summers at a Bible camp. So he's a really great guy. So thank you, Phil, for the tag.
My roommate is Dylan Plunger. He's planning on attending Bay and playing basketball, and then he's going up to Tech.
I honestly couldn't ask for a better roommate. He's a great guy. He's not the best at talking to girls, I won't lie. We've been trying to find a girlfriend all week, but it seems like you're kind of scared of them. But we're doing our best. And we still got tonight, and when they see him play on the field, they'll definitely be interested in him after. So.
All right. My roommate is Brandon Farah, and he's from Iron Mountain. He's a big brute at linebacker. He's going to Grand Valley, double majoring in sports management and marketing. You know, back in the day, I didn't really like this guy when he was at Iron Mountain. He's kind of a jerk, I'd say. You know, one time he hit me on the sideline. I put my hand out for him to help me up. He just walked right past me. But it turns out in this last year, I kind of got to meet him, and you know, he's a great guy actually. You know. So, also, if anyone wants to go in cornhole against me and him, you ain't winning. We're the best. Never lost.
Hi, my roommate is Ricky. He has a last name, and I know it starts with an M, but I'm not even going to try and pronounce it because it's Italian. It's just not going to happen. He attended Bessemer High School and has been living in the United States for the past 11 months or so. Ricky is a foreign exchange student from Italy, and he is set to head back home this coming Monday. He plans to go to college in his future, and his greatest football moment was getting his first home game win in Bessemer. And never really have a sleeping problem because he sleeps with his AirPods, and when I sleep, I gotta have the most white noise possible. So that's cool. We're good on that. And I don't know when this guy wakes up, but I've never seen him in the morning. Like,
Hi, so my roommate was Owen Eschmeyer. He graduated from North Central, so like I think you all know North Central 3P state champions. So first time I knew that, I was like, oh, this guy will be a cyborg, no emotions. I'm an exchange student from Italy. No, but I found out that he's a really nice guy, and he will become a carpenter, right? And yeah, his hobbies are fishing, hunting, and he's a really cool guy. I enjoy spending time with him, and great roommate.
Hi, so this is my roommate, Marcus Brett, and he graduated from Iron Mountain High School, and he's going to be our offensive tackle tomorrow. He plans to go straight into being a carpenter after, what's it called, we're done this game. And he enjoys playing football, and he likes to hike.
This is my roommate, Tyler Domergan. Did I get that right? We've been working on that all week. He's graduated from Gladstone, and now he plans to attend Bay for his pre-engineering degree, and he also plans to play baseball there for their team. Then he plans to attend, I think it was Michigan Tech or MSU. He was undecided to finish with a civil engineering degree. And he claims he plays golf, but he says he's not very good.
So my roommate was Colin Schneider, and Colin is a person who's very easy to talk to. As soon as we saw each other, we were cool with each other. There was no awkward moments, no awkward conversations. Colin wants to go after welding for his career. While talking to him, he was also saying that he wants to go get a CDL and become a truck driver as well. Him and I actually share the same position on the field as D tackle? Defensive tackle? Nose guard. Sorry. That's the first time we're both there, so all around, he's a great guy. Probably one of the best guys to talk to. Me and him didn't really hang out much through the day, but when we came back to the room at night, we were always having a good conversation. We were always cool with each other. So. Great guy.
So
my roommate is Tristan Sayers. He graduated from Mid-Penn. He's going to continue being a roofer. Oh boy. We haven't hung out in the same group like he said during the day. We come back at night. I'd come back a lot later than him. He'd just be in bed. I hope I don't wake you up. So yeah, he's really easy to talk to. Really just a great, genuine guy. Getting to know him has been great. So I wish him the best of luck in the future. Thank you.
This is my roommate, Christian Gauthier, aka Petons. He played safety for us, and he played football, basketball, and track at Ishpeming. His plans are to go to NMU to study construction management, and we both enjoy weightlifting, so we'd have some talks about that. He enjoys hunting. His favorite team's Packers. We both have 4 siblings, and it was a fun week getting to know each other. I would usually be the late one coming back. But yeah, no, it was, he's clean, organized, and just a great roommate to have.
This is my roommate, Nick, aka Quick Nick. He's from Kingsford, and he holds his school's received records for touchdowns, yards, and receptions. He plans on playing football for Michigan Tech while majoring in exercise science. So this guy's a pretty big deal. But we got some bad blood because he's a Lions fan, and you guys know I'm a Packers fan, so it's all good because I found out we have a couple things in common, like having 4 siblings, we both like lifting, and our favorite superhero is Batman. It's been great having Nick as a roommate, and I wish him nothing but the best.
I've had the pleasure to stay with Riley Gauthier. Riley Gauthier was a product of Iron Mountain, and he plans to go to the University of Michigan to become an engineer. Riley Gauthier will be playing center for us on Saturday, and hopefully protecting me from the big bads on red like Dylan Rab and them over there. Riley's in Riley's free time. Riley likes to play sports, lift. He likes to play games. He tried to convince me Fortnite's still a decent game, but I wasn't sold on that. Riley's favorite musician is Tyler Childers, and something not a lot of people know about Riley is he can solve a Rubik's Cube in under 30 seconds. I didn't get to see it, but I'm taking his word for it at least. I'm very thankful I've got this chance to meet Riley a little better. I've always got to know him, but I had a chance to really get to talk to him at night and be a part of this whole process. So yeah, I'm very grateful to be a part of this event and get to meet my great teammates and people like Riley. Thank you.
This is my roommate, Luke Rosinski. He's going to be playing quarterback for us tomorrow. He went to North Central. Next year he's going to Michigan Tech for civil engineering and play football. He's just a really nice guy. I've known him since middle school, and even though he kick our butts every time in football, he's still really humble and great guy.
These are your black team all-stars. Come on back to your seats, guys. Red team, you guys can come on up. Friday night, but they're like cows at a trough. They're standing over there, and they just. Guys, let's get back to your seats here, guys. I'd like to introduce the head coach for the red team this year, Brad Wilginen from Westwood.
I'd just like to start this from a point of gratitude. Just like every other coach is up here, I'd like to thank Todd and Jody for continuing to put this event on. It really is a unique event. Now that you guys have been part of it, I think you can see what it's all about. I also like to thank my coaching staff because I don't know if you saw the guys that were up here. Hall of Fame crew over there. I tell you, the only thing that outnumbers the collective wins they have is the number of soda pops they can drink. So I'm just letting you know. Sorry. So these guys have been great all week, agreeing to do the game. I also thank the players. Thanks for being so receptive to everything we're doing this week. The attitudes you've held have been always positive. Nothing but positives. The whole practice sessions. Anyway. Finally, I think the parents. I was listening to a commentary recently. It talked about how in America we like a lot of things for free. Like, for instance, there's legacy students that get accepted to colleges, right? They just because their parents went to the school. And they went into talking about how actors and actresses nowadays are now just the sons and daughters of other actors and actresses. And they went into talking about ratings of television shows, and they said that sports are the #1 rated TV shows right now. And it's probably because sport is the last thing in America where it's based on merit. And so I want to thank you guys, because you've instilled somewhere along the line that these guys will get what they work for when they earn it. So thank you, parents. And that's all I have. Thank you. Okay. I'd like to turn it over now to fellow Westwood coach, Jacob Wolf.
Thanks, Will. Being on a summer jump too, I'd like to thank Todd and Joey for putting on a great event again this year. I've had the privilege to be here a few years. This is by far the most fun I've had. I think it's a credit to the red team and the coaching staff we have here, guys. That is a credit to you guys as parents. Guys, I coach the linebackers and the offensive line. One theme I noticed with our guys throughout the week is camaraderie. I mean, people coming together from all different schools, learning different schemes, different systems. Everyone was staying positive, working together, communicating, getting things done, but there's a big difference from Monday to Friday how everyone came together. And that's it. Up next, I'd like to introduce Gavin Sundberg from Michigan.
I'd just like to piggyback on most of what all the other coaches said. Just thanking you guys for raising great kids. Thanking the players for such a great week. I find myself at practice, laughing more than I'm not. These kids are just so funny. I got jokes all the time. Thanking Todd and Joey for putting this on, and just being able to be a part of this experience and process for the second time this year. So next up, I'd like to introduce Matt Madsen from Unison.
Thank you. I had an older son who was selected to play in this game and couldn't because he blew his ACL. Then it was basketball season, and I made him come up just to experience the week. I hope all 79 of you players had a great week and had a great experience here. I coach a lot of sports in Munising, but football is the greatest sport on the planet. I'll argue that to the day I die. It's like a family. You work together. You have to experience things. You learn life lessons, and it's not always easy. For the parents, Munising had 6 players in the game today, which is a huge number. We're 8-man, so I appreciate the kids that we got here today. For the parents whose children roomed with either Paramaki twins or Cain Nebel, they probably worked on some calculus, possibly a speech for a state legislator, and your kid has had no worries, your kid was safe. If your son roomed with anybody named Madsen, Merck, or Weimer from Munising, I apologize. They had a great week, I can tell you that much. They had a great week. But I do apologize. With that being said, the 6 players from Munising, very different kids. But I know 20 years down the road, if somebody needed something, Ashton Weimer would be there for them. Paramakis would drive cross country to be there for you. Cain Nebel, Jacob Madsen, so on and so on. You 79 guys, it's a select special group. There's a whole bunch of kids that played football in UP this year. You guys were selected this game. So tomorrow, compete, play hard, and have fun. Up next is Josh Strader from Superior Central.
Thanks, Matt. During the season, I don't like him. They always whoop on us in every sport, but that's okay. We're kind of the last ones. All the coaches already said everything, but piggybacking on them, it's been a great experience for me. I haven't heard anything or seen anything bad on any side. And I've learned a ton, and that's cool. So not only are these kids coming here and being receptive, but I'm learning from your kids as well. and your kids are teaching me things. And as an adult and someone who loves learning, to me, that's awesome. So, and whether it's, you know, seeing a kid work as hard as they can, or seeing a kid that is receptive to someone getting in their grill and telling them they need to do something the correct way, I love it. And then this red team, I tell you what, that's a fun group of boys right there. That's a fun group of boys. So, lastly, I'm going to introduce, and certainly not least, another one of these legends, Mike Berruti.
Thank you, Todd and Jody, for this event. Thanks, Brad Wilginen, for inviting me to come up here. It's always a pleasure. And congratulations to all you parents on a fine job of raising these guys. And I think this is my 6th All-Star game. And the camaraderie of this group of guys is second to none. And they've been a lot of fun. They work hard. And they're going to play with a lot of effort tomorrow. We're going to have a lot of fun tomorrow. So without anything else, here come our boys from the red team.
This is my roommate, Carter Johnson. He graduated from Rapid River and he played wide receiver. He doesn't like his ears wet after a shower, so he always carries Q-tips with him, and he drives a white soccer mom minivan. He's already balding, and which is nice because obviously Coach Religion is more than just my coach; he's my old man, so I always get crap for that. But it's nice to be able to rip on someone else for balding already. So, and yeah, that's Carter Johnson.
I noticed that not many are wearing hats, so that's why I'm wearing it. This is Max Wilginen. He's from Westwood, and he's been a great roommate right off the bat. He snores, so I didn't get much sleep first night, but he woke me up at 6 o'clock in the morning, first morning, and was like, "Hey, I'm gonna go jump in Lake Superior." So that's how I got woken up, but he's been a great roommate, super funny. He plans on being a cop after, and yeah, he's just a great guy. Thank you.
This is my roommate, Nathan Keogh. He graduated from McGowney High School this year, and we've gone head-to-head throughout the years playing football. And despite that, tomorrow he will be playing wingback for us, and he plans to further his education at Michigan Tech University, pursuing a degree in engineering.
Right here is my roommate, Joey Kolovecki from Iron Mountain. He's great at football, but he's also played 4 other sports as well. I guess he's already graduated. So he plans on attending Michigan State University to get a degree in mechanical engineering, and tomorrow he'll lock it up playing defensive back for us.
This is Dean Negraya. He's graduated from Lance, and he plans on going to Central Michigan for business. His hobbies are hunting, fishing, and golfing. He has 3 older siblings, and he's played baseball, basketball, hockey, football, and golf.
Hi, this is my roommate, Zach Burton. 1 second, I shut my phone off. Zach is from Newberry. He has 1 older sister, and he plans on getting his CDL at Midwest Truck Driving, and he's going to work at the same place as his dad. In his free time, he likes to hunt, fish, and work on trucks. He told me the other day that his favorite movie was the Bee Movie, so I don't think he wants me to say that, but yeah, this is Zach.
This is my roommate, Maxwell Scott. He's from Sioux High, and he plans on going to Concordia for sports, business, and football. He snores. I figured that out multiple times on multiple nights. Woke me up. Pretty relentless, but it's all right. One of the first times I ever talked to him, he came in the first night that we were staying, and the first thing that we ever talked about was chicken wings because he got back from Buffalo Wild Wings. So that was something.
This is my roommate, Kevin Frederick. He went to Parker High School. He's going to go to Bay College for his gen eds, and then he's looking to transfer to Michigan Tech to take over his dad's chiropractic company. His nickname's Cozy, and he had a sister that's 19 years old. His favorite team's the Packers, so wasn't a fan of that because I'm a Lions fan. But he likes to golf, which I like to do too, gaming, hanging out with the boys, and he said he liked to drive cars, which I don't know if he's got an exotic back home or something, but he's whipping something. But he likes Iron Man's his favorite superhero, and Step Brothers is his favorite movie. Great guy.
This is my, not only my roommate, Drake Spickerman, but he's my new friend as well. Drake is from Nagani and will be attending NMU to play football and get his elementary teaching degree. Drake's best football moment was beating Reed City in order to advance to Ford Field. And Drake's favorite pro football team is the Detroit Lions. His favorite NFL players are J.J. Watt and Ray Lewis. Some of Drake's favorite hobbies include weightlifting, golfing, hanging out with his friends. His favorite movie is Rocky. His favorite music group is Van Halen. And Drake's favorite superhero is Batman. However, if Drake could choose any superpower, he would choose to fly instead of being rich like Batman. One little known fact about Drake is that he holds the Nagani School bench record at 395 pounds. And another cool fact about him is that he can solve a Rubik's Cube in under a minute. Lastly, I would want to thank Todd and Jody Goldberg for putting on this extremely well thought through event.
So first I'd like to thank Todd, Jody, and all these coaches for their hard work and dedication over this week to make this game possible. Without you guys, we wouldn't be able to have this amazing opportunity to play together with these guys. It's been an absolute blast and honor to play alongside all these guys. And so I'd like everyone to please give a hand to Todd, Jody, and the coaches. Now it's time to introduce the man, Josiah Paramaki. So it's a funny story, but this past Sunday I was talking with my Aunt Jen and she was talking to me about her and my dad's best friend, Matt Paramaki, and from Gwynn High School. And I told her his twin boys, Josiah and Micaiah, hope I didn't butcher that last name, I'm sorry, but and I told him that they were in the game and Josiah was on my team. And funny enough, I show up to the dorms and I find out my roommate is Josiah. So. Josiah is a defensive end and linebacker from Unisane. He was playing at Michigan Tech this fall, and he's pursuing a degree in civil engineering. His plans after college is to become a Navy SEAL, and now that takes a lot of guts and determination, but if anyone can do it, it's this guy. So he has a twin brother on black team, and as well as two older sisters, Madeline and Michaela. Staying true to his aspirations, his favorite movie quote is, I love the smell of napalm in the morning from Apocalypse Now. And him and the rest of the Mustangs made it to the state semifinals for the 8-man Division I this past season, and his favorite football memory was beating Newberry from that same playoff series. A little known fact about Josiah is that he actually holds the state record for the most carries in a single game with 67. And not only that, he set his school record in pole vault at 14 feet. So it's safe to say this man has that dog in him. Even though he's a Packer fan and a Husky, it's been a real pleasure getting to know him and play with him this week. And I look forward to seeing you again across the sidelines for the Miners' Cup, and I wish nothing for the best in the future, brother. Thank you.
This is my roommate, Levi Yokola. He's from Calumet. He'll be playing defensive back for us. He's currently working, doing roughs, and he plans to find a winter job. He's got 7 siblings. Favorite team's the Packers. He likes to hunt and fish. Favorite superhero is Spider-Man. A little known fact is I've never seen him not smiling. He's always smiling. I don't know why. It's always so funny, but. And yeah, he snores a lot. So last night was a little bit of a later night. Some of the boys know. Went on a little trip. Came home. He was snoring. Took me a while to fall asleep. But yeah, otherwise it's been a great week. Thanks to all the coaches. Thanks to everybody who's coming out tomorrow. Thank you again.
This is my roommate, Mikey Perkins here. He's from Detour, Cedarville, Michigan. He's pretty cool. He's not like most of the other roommates. You know, I go in there, first thing he's doing is he's in the corner playing with some Play-Doh. I don't know why. I asked him why. It turns out he messed up his hand and doing electrician stuff. Turns out he's going to school to be an electrician. He's pretty chill. Came back pretty late last night too. I think he was at Big Bonds or something. He's a pretty chill guy though. Good roommate to have.
This is my roommate, Jordan Messenger. Jordan Messenger is lame and did not want to go out last night. Jordan Messenger went to Powers North Central and he plays defensive end. He's a mean defensive end too. That's why he's our defensive team captain. He's going to be a dog tomorrow. And that's my roommate, Jordan.
This is my roommate, Kirby. He's from Lake Linden. Plans after Saturday are his work. He's already a mechanic, so he's going back to that. His favorite football team is the Lions. I don't know what's up with that, but he loves Blake Bortles, and he likes hunting. A little known fact about Kirby is he snores really loudly every night. I wake up to him rolling around. He took his fit sheet off the first night because he's moving so much. And he's a stomach sleeper, but yeah, Kirby's a man.
This is my roommate, Nate Benninger. He went to Marquette, and his plans next year is he's going to Michigan Tech for exercise science. His favorite pro football team is the Packers, so comes around there. His hobbies are fishing. His favorite movie is The Step Brothers.
First, I'd just like to thank all the coaches for dealing with me and the rest of our teammates all week. I know I can be a loose cannon sometimes in practice and very unpredictable, so thanks for dealing with me. This is my roommate, Braden Sundquist. Everybody just calls him Sonny though. Next year, he's going to go to U of N and get his degree in electrical engineering. Best football moment for Sonny is Cole Pucci knocking off Mitchell Cartwright's helmet off in practice. I'm sure that was a lot of fun to watch. He has 2 sisters. His favorite pro football team is the Green Bay Packers, which we don't agree on. But his favorite professional athlete is Christian Watson. In his free time, he likes lifting, playing video games, hunting, and fishing. His favorite movie is Benchwarmers. His favorite superhero is Captain America. And fun fact about Sonny is he's the only person on our team that isn't deathly scared of Cole Pucci, so that's pretty cool that I get a room with him. And tomorrow he's going to tear it up at center for the red team, so that's Sonny.
This is my roommate, Dylan Robb. He described himself right. He is a loose cannon sometimes, but he always brings the energy at practice, and he's a great leader on the team. He's also a great wrestler. He plans to wrestle at Lakeland next year, where he's undecided in his major. But yeah.
So this is my roommate, Garrett Osborne. He graduated from Pickford. He plans to
take his talents in track to Ferry State next year. And his nickname's Ozzy. He likes to watch TikTok at night, and every night I think he watches Grown-Ups, and his favorite superhero is Hulk.
My roommate is Ashton Weimer. He went to Munising and plays quarterback for us. His future plans are to go to NMU for business. We celebrated his birthday last night with the boys. I think he's the fastest person to fall asleep ever. I think it was like 15 seconds this afternoon. He was already snoring for us. So. He's all around great guy and he's really funny. So, Ashton Weimer.
All right, this is my roommate, Adam Horrigan. Honestly, I could not be more thankful to have Adam as my roommate. There is not a single dull moment with this guy. Not even 30 seconds into meeting him, I was almost on the floor in tears laughing. Seriously, just anything he says. He is just a comedian. But he's also a pretty good football player. If you're going to be at the game tomorrow, you'll be able to see him hocking down people from free safety. And he also has the chance to play football for Alma College and pursue a business major.
All right, this is my roommate, Lucas Sledge. He graduated from Superior Central this year, and he plans to go to Culver-Stockton College to play football. He's going to study in sports medicine, and this guy, he hibernates at night, guys, all right? There was the other day, I was leaving for breakfast, what would you say? It's probably 7:30, and I had to set an alarm for this guy to wake up to go to practice, so after I left, it was insane, but I'm very thankful to have had him as my roommate, and we just really had a good time. He's a legend, and he's a really good friend to have. Thank you.
This is my roommate, Reagan Alder, and I kid you not, I just learned his name like yesterday. I was calling Ronald all week. Took me a while to learn that. He graduated from Forest Park. He's working at some road commission down in Green Bay. I kind of forgot what it was. He told me like 6 times. Horrible memory. He's going to be our starting offensive tackle for the game. He's just a crazy stud out there. I'd be scared.
This is my dorm roommate, Corbin Lefebvre of Barker River. He'll be playing cornerback for us tomorrow. Corbin is committed to playing football at Lakeland University and plans on studying business through high school. Corbin was a multi-sport athlete. Aside from playing football, he also participated in wrestling, track, and baseball. Corbin is a very talkative and funny guy, and not only does he make the whole team laugh, but he sure knows how to stink up a bathroom. Thank you, Corbin, for helping this experience become unforgettable. The team and I are lucky to have you, and I wish you the best in the future.
This is my roommate, Braden Altov. I played against him since the 7th grade. I've never known a better competitor. He is no stranger to teamwork. He grew up with 18 siblings. He loves his team dinners and the Buffalo Bills, and he plans to pursue a degree in kinesiology at LSSU.
This is my roommate, Kason Smith. I kind of knew Kason because we've been playing against each other since 7th grade. And our schools were rivals, so it was always fun and interesting going against each other. Kason graduated from Cedarville Public School, and he plans to go into construction management. He has younger twin sisters. His favorite pro football team is the Green Bay Packers, and his favorite athlete is Christian McCaffrey. Some of Kason's hobbies is riding dirt bikes, wake surfing, and fishing. I like to thank all the boys for the best week ever. It was definitely something. Thanks, coaches, Todd, and staff for all you do so we can make it up here and play one more last time.
lucky enough to have a roommate, so I'll be talking about one of the suite mates who I shared a bathroom with, and I apologize for that. The suite mate I will be talking about is Luke Sherbisky, who I did not know his name was Luke for the first 2 days. I called him Levi. Luke graduated from Barker Harris. He will be going to college for engineering. He wrote down that he doesn't have a nickname, but I've heard Corbin call him Forehead about 20 times. His favorite football memory is playing Ross. I'm guessing Ross Pugh. He has 3 siblings. His favorite pro football team is the Packers. His favorite professional athlete I'm not good at this. His favorite professional athlete is Ross Pugh. I didn't know he was a professional yet. Sorry, I gotta zoom in on this. His favorite hobbies are hunting and fishing. His favorite movie is Top Gun, and his favorite superhero is also Ross Pugh.
So, my roommate was Riley Merck, and when I tell you, he was the worst roommate I could ask for. It was ridiculous. No, Riley is going to play football at St. Norbert's this fall, and plans to become an elementary teacher. Currently, Riley has a 6-pack shaved onto his stomach. No, Riley's a great kid. Some of my favorite memories are going to deer camp with him and his dad, and his grandparents' house and everything like that. So, great kid. I also want to thank the coaches, especially my dad, for teaching me everything you know. Love you.
My roommate was Jacob Matson from Munising. His plans after high school is to attend Corrections Academy. His nickname is Jake. His best football moment was winning regionals at home. He has 8 siblings. His favorite musical group is Lil Wayne, and his favorite superhero is Deadpool. He says if he has one superpower, he'd like to be able to read minds. And for a little known fact about him, he put my middle name is cooler than yours. I'm guessing that's because his middle name is Cooley. You know. Another cool thing about him is he brought a TV, a very large fan, to our dorm. So that was pretty cool.
My roommate was Vincent Martin. He went to Barker Harris, and his nicknames are Vince and Vinny. He has a twin brother and 3 younger brothers. In the fall, Vincent is attending Northern Michigan, where he will play football and study health and fitness. Vincent's favorite football team is the Kansas City Chiefs, and his hobbies are weightlifting and playing video games. His favorite moment from this week is getting to bond with all of our teammates and have some very memorable times with them. And through rooming with Vincent, I learned that you'll never go hungry because he brought all the snacks and drinks that you could ever want.
My roommate was Trent Lawson. He graduated from Escanaba, and he played football, basketball, and baseball. His favorite NFL team is the Green Bay Packers. He has 1 older brother. In his future, he plans to go to Saginaw Valley State to become a state trooper. His hobbies are fishing, video games, and playing poker. Some of his nicknames are Mookie and T-Laws. One thing I learned about Trent is he absolutely hates traffic and he hates getting up in the morning. One of his favorite moments from this week is when we did rope swimming, swinging with the boys, and playing poker.
My roommate was Eli Van Buren. He's graduated from Nagani, and he's a wrestler and also a football player. I'm just glad to be on the same team because it's not fun getting hit by him.
My roommate's been Cole Pucci this week. It's been really great to know him, considering we've had a rivalry between Nagani and Gladstone. I want to say we haven't speaked for the first 2 days of seeing each other, and then our first time hanging out, we ended up forgetting about this event and having to buy clothes. That was a fun night, I guess. Yeah, it's just been really great to learn about him and learn that he's a really straightforward, honest dude. Like he said, it's been really great playing on the same team instead of trying to stop him, because he's an animal on the field, and he's coming here to play Northern, he's coming here to Northern to play football and study criminal justice.
Alright, this is my roommate, Ross Pugh from Manistee. As my roommate, and Pugh is right. Ross and I decided to take a number 2 in our bathroom and have the audacity to not flush the first night. No, that's a good first impression, Ross. It didn't take long for Ross and I to warm up to each other, as we both have the same type of personalities. At practice, Ross is on the defensive side, and I'm on the offensive side. After every play, if he ends up next to me, you know darn right, he's gonna check up on me. As the week went on, I found out more about Ross. He's only 1 day older than me. His humor is one of the funniest, and he's one of the most easygoing guys I know. All week, Ross has had my back, so I'd like to thank him for that, and also making my week enjoyable and full of laughter. I'd also like to thank Todd and Jody for this awesome week. Thank you.
This is my roommate, Cody Dabb. He plans on being our water boy tomorrow. When I arrived to this camp, I was super nervous about who my roommate was going to be, because I'm kind of a lot sometimes. But once I saw his beautiful bleach blonde mullet, I knew we were going to get along just fine. He also wants everyone to know it's not bleached, it's natural. I asked him, don't worry. Cody and I are very similar. We're both the only representatives from our school, and we also were born just 1 day apart. We also drank an unreal amount of orange Gatorade. The dining hall ran out yesterday, and we had to switch to vitamin water. It wasn't as good, it was a whole thing. Anyway, I'm very thankful that Cody was able to deal with all my shenanigans and craziness. Cody plans to go to community college next year, but does not have a firm commitment on what he wants to do. Thank you.
This is my roommate, Josiah Javerick. He graduated from Mark River. His hobbies are fishing and hunting. He has 2 siblings, one named Nick and the other Faith. His favorite athlete is Amir St. Brown. And by the way, happy birthday, Weimer.
This is my roommate, Brandon Nelson. He graduated from Calumet. After this, he plans on going into welding. His nickname is Nelly. His favorite football moment was beating 3 different school records in football, obviously. He has 4 siblings. Like me, his favorite team is the Detroit Lions. And like me, his favorite player is Amir St. Brown. Honestly, we were never really in the room together much. And he was always in there later than me. Thank God he doesn't snore though, and he never woke me up, so I'm happy about that.
This is my roommate, Wyatt Kulik. Wyatt is from Superior Central. He played football, cross country, hockey, wrestling, track, and baseball. He played a lot of running back in high school. He's going to college this fall here at NMU. Wyatt is going to study psychology. Yeah. Wyatt lives on a farm with his caring family of 8 siblings, and his dad Todd and mom Michelle. Wyatt is a very determined young man with a lot of dreams. He's a great singer, and he can really play the guitar. We had quite the concert this week. Wyatt only brought his guitar, but he also is very talented at playing some other instruments, including piano, drums, harmonica, and clarinet. Wyatt is very energetic, he is always moving, he is also very polite, and is always outgoing and speaking to you. He is very funny and can get the whole team laughing. Thank you, Wyatt, for this good time. It's an honor being your dorm roommate.
My roommate this week was Sam McKinnick. I called him, I said the name wrong there. I keep forgetting his name. I called him Mike and Michael and James and whatever else. I'm sorry for that. He graduated from Forest Park. He is going to lineman school here at Northern Michigan. He has 14 siblings. I had to fact check that probably 3 times. He really does. His favorite football team is the Steelers. His favorite professional athlete is Joe Mixon. Hobbies is fishing, hunting, and obviously sports. He's actually a beast of a running back. Just look out, Team Black. Favorite movie is The Lorax. Favorite movie quote is I speak for the trees. His favorite music group, The Plot and You. Superhero is Thor. He wishes he could teleport. And some other interesting facts. Well, Sam shares a lot. I say that because I came to this camp, I thought prepared, not at all. I woke up throughout the night, stealing his ibuprofen. He had no problem with it. He's done nothing but help me out, and I just had to mention he looks like he'd be a cop. I don't know if anyone else thinks that, but it's tough. He's got a tough bill. So thanks, Sam. Thanks, Tim.
Those are the red team all-stars. You guys come on back to your seats. And as promised and as advertised, Wyatt is an amazing musician, and at my request of the whole entire team and all the coaches, he's gonna give us something right here, a little snippet.
Thanks, Coach Excel. Well, this is a little last-minute snippet, I guess, for the teams. This is for Ed Black and all the parents. Just thanks again for this. Without sounding cliche, this has been so fun. My ribs hurt from laughing at the whole team and what they had to say. I'm not kidding. I'm nervous, and I usually ain't nervous, so that's saying something, guys. Thanks for this, but all right, here we go. Hey, sing along, any of you guys be all right. Heading down south to the land of the pines. I'm stumbling my way down in North Carolina. Stayed off the road, pray to God I see headlines. I made it down the coast in 17 hours. I was picking me a bouquet of dogwood flowers, hoping for morality I could see my baby tonight. So rock me, mama, like a wagon wheel. Rock me, mama, any way you feel. Hey, mama, rock me. Rock me, mama, like the wind and the rain. Rock me, mama, like the southbound train. Hey, oh, mama, rock me. Yeah, that's it for the football boys. Thanks, guys.
Wow, that was unreal. That was amazing. All right, I've got one more housekeeping business here before we get to our guest speaker here. One of the things that I forgot to mention earlier, so tomorrow we'll give out the coaches will vote on the offensive MVP and the defensive MVP. But the third award that we give out is called the Character Award. And so the coaches decide on that, throughout the week. And character is just that. It's what we embody, what we try to embody with the All-Star Game and the values that we try to instill in these players. But a few years ago, we renamed it. We renamed the Character Award just because, some of these coaches that have coached since that very beginning, they keep coming back over and over again. And that Character Award really started, we didn't really even have any intention of doing that. There was just going to be the offensive and defensive MVPs for the game. But then because of this one individual, that first year, we're like, boy, this is a guy that really was the guy, like throughout the week. And everybody called him Captain Jack. Captain Jack from North Dickinson. So we renamed it. We renamed it the Character Award for Jack. He's out in Colorado right now. He came back a few years ago for the game, but in any case, that's the Character Award now is named after Jack Audette. So the two awards now that we give out, the coaches, we turned it into a coach's scholarship actually. So the coaches donate their money for the scholarship, and so we give out two of them, one for each team to each side there. So the first for the black team, the Jack Audette Character Award, $500 scholarship goes to Philip Nelson from Nagani. So let's give him a hand. Stand up, Phil. And for the red team, again, as the coaches mentioned, every year we say, boy, that's a great group of kids, but this really is unbelievable. There's always a few fringe guys that are kind of, they're just right on the edge there. They're doing everything you say, but maybe the second time you ask or the third time you ask, and this group is just not like that. They really were unbelievable from top to bottom, and this is no exception either. So for the first time in 16 years, we're splitting the Character Award for the red team. We have two winners, so each of you are going to get a $250 scholarship. So we have Max Wilginen and Drake Spickerman. We'll give these guys a check for a scholarship, and they can use that in school next fall. So these guys are great. Okay, on to our guest speaker. John Croze, longtime coach at Calumet High School, will be our guest speaker at the 2023 All-Star Banquet. Recent Hall of Fame inductee for the Michigan High School Coaches Association. John coached at Calumet for 31 years, from 1991 to 2021, and compiled a record of 209 and 100. In that time, all he did was win every single year. During his tenure at Calumet, the Copper Kings won 14 conference championships. That period of time also included conference win streaks of 17, 15, 17, 16, and 12. He guided two teams to an undefeated regular season in 1996 and 2018, had 21 playoff appearances, and 3 10-win seasons. Under Coach Croze, Calumet was a 2-time UP Class C Team of the Year. He coached in the UP All-Star Game 3 times and was a 9-time Westpac Conference Coach of the Year and was named the UP Class ABC Coach of the Year in 2009. He was a 6-time Regional Coach of the Year and coached in the Downstate All-Star Game as well. With Coach Croze at the helm, Calumet also had 5 Coaches Association academic all-state teams. Please join me in welcoming our good friend, a man that myself and so many others admire, Coach John Croze.
Before I get going here, a couple things to deal with. Number one, Levi is not playing defensive back tomorrow. Number two, those of you that aren't very good in poker, what room are we playing poker at tonight? I want to play in your game. Let's see. Oh, and the 2 guys that think they're good in cornhole, you are not beating me and Fronte, and I'm not very good. That's just how good he is. Did you take him on at all this week, Frankie? Don't do it, guys. He'll embarrass you. And then the other thing was just watching all you guys, what a classy group of guys. Then I noticed everyone had their notes on the phone, and so last year I was getting inducted into the State Coaches Hall of Fame, and I saw a couple guys in front of me with their phones. I'm like, oh, that's a hell of an idea. I got my notes right here, so I pulled my phone out, got them keyed up on the phone. It was my turn to talk. I get up, I'm right here, boom, phone's out. Like, perfect. But being the old timer that I was, I still had my regular notes, and I'm not making that mistake anymore. So I do have seven cards here if you want to keep track as we go through. But what a great last hour here, sitting here listening to you guys talk about each other, listening to the coaches talk. And as I was listening to the coaches, I'm going, geez, oh Pete, there's page 1. Then Jake gets up there, I'm like, there's page 2. Okay, well, I can maybe cut this down a little bit. And then Coach Olson, page 3, page 4. Coach Baruti, page 5. Now I'm down to page 7, so in conclusion, no sense being redundant, right? All right, thanks for a nice introduction there, Todd. It's with great pride and enthusiasm that I get to come up here and talk to this group, especially after listening to you guys introduce each other. I've been involved in this for 3 years, and just to listen to you guys and see how far this game has come in 16 years. I was really involved in the early part of this game, and it's so hard to make that 1 week commitment, and so you really got to thank your coaches that take that time out of their summer, because that for coaches and people that teach, that's a big commitment for them. And really, what's the purpose of the UP All-Star Game? I think the first purpose here is to celebrate the young individuals here. It's a wonderful celebration of these young men, their dedication, hard work, their character. It's obvious when you listen to them and hear them talk. There's a great amount of character here. And not only that, they're here because of their talent level. And tomorrow is going to be a great showcase for that. But for most of you, it'll be your last chance to showcase that on a football field. And I know that you're going to do a great job representing your community, your school, yourself, your friends that aren't here that are football players, and you're going to represent the entire UP with the tremendous effort and relentless spirit that everyone in the UP puts out on the football field. And coaches, thanks for the time you've given. The success of this game and of this week rests squarely on to the selflessness that you show. And I know you guys work hard at night at your prayer meetings and planning meetings. I look back fondly at the 3 years that I gave, and hopefully I can find some time as I move forward to come back and give back to this game again. But not only are we celebrating the individuals that are involved in this game, I think the original purpose of this game was to celebrate UP football. And UP football is something to celebrate about. And when Todd and Jody put this together, man, they hit a home run. Because the number one thing that they did was make sure that every school was represented in this game. And I've been part of the Michigan All-State game and preps for that, and they can't even come close to this. And the biggest reason why is because of the pride that we have in the UP for our football and for our communities. And every school, every community has their own Friday night fever or Saturday afternoon, whatever it is. Football's special to the communities of the UP. And when it's time and our teams are moving on in the playoffs and headed downstate, everyone in the UP rallies behind them. This stuff does not go on downstate. And that's why this is highly successful here, is because we are celebrating UP football, and look at you guys now. Foes become friends, is what I remember about this. Guys you hated because they were competitive on the field and feisty and might run their mouth a little bit, and then all of a sudden you're on the same team with them, you're roommates with them. All of a sudden you're going, he ain't so bad. And I know in the 3 years that I coached here, a lot of great friends from guys I coached with, but more importantly, a lot of great friendships were made with guys I coached. In fact, a couple of those guys came up to Calumet as they were at Michigan Tech and helped coach the Copper Kings. Guys that were at Michigan Tech would look me up and just to say hi and just to hang out. And so, and the other part is with UP football is just, I think football demonstrates the heritage of the UP. What is the heritage of the UP? Miners, loggers, blue-collar people, people that work hard and put their nose to the grindstone every day of their life to eke out a living. My last year coaching, I had just a highly successful former player come back and talk to the team going into the playoffs. And he said, this is what really made me start thinking, is he said, what is your heritage? Your ancestors took a bucket down into the earth for a mile, rode an elevator down, so that they could fill that bucket with rocks and bring it back up to the top. And think about that. That's hardcore, and that was what they had to do every day of their life just to support the family. And that's all about UP football. And that's what UP football is built off of and demonstrated year in and year out. And you can see that in every conversation that you guys have. Them talk about your roommates being tough and hard-nosed. I'm glad he's on my team. And that's wonderful, because that's what the celebration of UP football should be about. What does UP football mean to me? I started on the football field in 1975 and was on the football field every year until 2021. Where's those Munising kids that do calculus? Oh, I know your daddy, by the way. That's 47 years. 47 years on the football field. And I started off as water boy manager for my dad. He was a coach at Ishpeming. Played at Ishpeming. Went to West Point. Wasn't a Division I player, but they just happened to have 8-man contact football. Played that for a couple of years. Then I went to Michigan Tech. Played there for a couple of years. And as I finished my playing career with an injury, I got the wonderful opportunity to go and coach with Scott Body in Calumet. And 32 years later, here we are. And so it was tough walking away from football, but it was time because I have someone like Josh Ferranti ready to take it over, and it was time to hand the reins over. And I know that he's going to do a heck of a job and is doing a heck of a job with the Copper Kings. But football for me was about my relationship with my dad. Grew up with a coach, loved football, loved being around football. I was a total gym rat because I was always on his heels. I met Tom Izzo. He was coaching at Ishpeming in 1977 as his first job. And I remember just hanging out in the gym, and I had no idea who the guy was and who knew he was going to become the icon that he is now. But those are some of the relationships that you get when you're hanging out in gyms and weight rooms. And the guys I played with, you know, and you always think about the people that are around you at the time, but more importantly, there's the people that I played against now and 30 years later, and I look back at it, and Spickerman, I played against your dad. Is Soren here somewhere? There he is back there. Paramacky, where's your dad? Where's Matt? There he is right there, a couple Gwyn guys. I think we beat you senior year though, right? That's not what it's about, is it? No, it's about the friendships that we you know, I played against Baruti. Where's Baruti at? Over here, played against Jake. He's great guys. Not only did I get to play against those two, but then we have this rivalry, coaching against each other for many years, and great rivalries. And the kids I coached throughout the 30 years, and the kids I coached against. And amazing after kids graduate and you run into them, how wonderful those friendships are. Best decision I made was getting involved in coaching. Changed my whole career plans. I did not plan on being a teacher. I did not plan on being a coach. I went to Tech to be an engineer. But when I had an opportunity to finish up my academics at Tech and coach some football, make some money, I said, what the heck, I love football. I'll go up and coach those guys up. I was a week into coaching and I called my dad and said, yeah, I'm only a term away from being an engineer, but I really want to be a teacher. He about hit the roof because he's looking at about 4 more terms of paying a tuition. But also happy and proud at the same time because as I got into coaching, there wasn't a bigger Copper King fan than my dad, who was the AD at Ishpeming, which also caused some problems there, you know. I would cheer louder for the Copper King sometimes than he did for the Hematites. But, you know, and always there, always willing to give a scouting report, even though I have like 40 hours of film and he saw Team once live, he'd be calling me up on a Thursday, don't forget. I'd be like, Dad, I watched 40 hours of film on him this week, I got it. But he passed away a few years ago and certainly miss him. But I know every time we suited up, he was right there watching, and he was always known for being on the far sidelines yelling, pound the fullback, pound the fullback. And so I know he's still saying that today. And Josh, you can have him. So proud of the program that we built at Calumet. When we took over, they had 13 wins in the 80s. In 10th season, 13 wins. And so I think I heard Todd say 209 wins in the time since that, and it was all about building culture. I'm proudest about just having a team that can step up every game, no matter who we play, and be as tough as anyone, no matter the size. We would play a team like Maple City Glen Lake came up one year for playoffs, state quarterfinals, and national anthem's going on, and I'm looking across the field, and I'm like, holy crap, there's Green Bay Packers over there. They're huge. And I look down, look at our guys, 165-pound center. He's really like a $125, but when he told me his weight at the beginning of the year, I'm like, we cannot have a 125-pound center. We're now 165. He goes, Coach, I just got weighed yet. I said, I don't doubt you. I'm not putting it in the program. But, you know, when we lost a tough game, one of the best compliments I ever had was from the coaches going, what a grittiest, toughest, feistiest team we've ever played, most physical. Because you look across the field and go, how are these guys even here? We're going to kill them. And then at the end of the game, when you shake hands, there's blood coming out of every part of the body from the Calumet kids, and looking you right in the eye. Blood, sweat, and tears. And just proud as heck of what they are, and look you right in the eye and say, good game. Because that's all they wanted to do, is play a good game and play as best as they could, and be as tough as they could. And that was something that we instilled in Calumet, and once we did, we started becoming a very successful program. And I would say in the last 5 years of coaching, we made it to state quarterfinals 3 times, and we're arguably the best team in the UP. And that was a great change of culture. And our rivals right now with Negaunee, Iron Mountain, Kingsford, Menominee are just wonderful, and some of the best games in the UP year in and year out. Hey Jake, some of the games we've had have just been wild, and any fan that goes to those games walks like you're a winner if you're a fan of football, because those are great games. Games we had with Westwood here in the last few years, 8-7, 12-14, just hard-hitting, classic UP football games. And those are the things I'm most proud of, as playing hardcore, hard-nosed football like that. Now, as most of you finish your playing careers tomorrow, football doesn't need to be over in your life. Coach. Learn from me and coach. Get out there and coach. Volunteer for youth programs. Volunteer for youth camps. Ref. We need refs. I first met Robin Martela when he was going to Michigan Tech as a student from Iron Mountain. I think we coached against him, played against him. Next thing you know, he's a student at Michigan Tech, reffing, making money reffing. Wonderful way to make money as a college student, eh, Marty? No doubt about it. Highly recommend it. Get out there and do it. You don't have to walk away from the game that you love, or games. And never forget the life lessons that you've learned on the football field. Because that's the most important. That's what's going to help us through the rest of our life here. Teamwork, courage, confidence, perseverance to deal with adversity, always discipline, and leadership. I had an opportunity this winter. I retired from football a year ago. I've just finished up my 30th year of teaching, and got a phone call in the winter asking if I would like to try a different profession. And rather than make the easy decision and say, no, I'm going to be a teacher, I love teaching, which I do, I fell back on all the lessons that I've learned in football. And this is a wonderful opportunity for me, and I had the confidence and courage to say, heck yeah, I would love to do that. And I'm going to do an awesome job for you. And I'm going to work hard to make sure that I represent my new employer, my new clients, to the utmost expectations that they have. And I'm going to persevere when things don't go right. Because starting over or something new, things aren't always going to go right. But I'm going to make sure that when it's time, I'm going to step in and correct it and keep going and not quit the first time something hard comes up. Football prepares us to bounce back from failures, adapt to new situations, and never give up on our dreams. And so I can't wait to see what I can do with the new challenge and how far I can take it. And most of you are in that same boat. You're stepping off a football field tomorrow, and your whole world is opening up because you are high school graduates. And good to hear a lot of you with these great plans. Go for it and dominate and get after it. Go after your life plans like you went after people on the football field. So as we embark on the journey of life beyond football, remember the discipline, courage, confidence, teamwork, leadership, and resilience that this wonderful game has taught us. These lessons will be our guiding light as we meet the challenges that lie ahead. Let's cherish the memories we've made, the friendships we've forged, and the lessons we've learned, and be ready to seize every opportunity that comes our way. Thank you, and may we all continue to carry the spirit of football in our hearts as we embark on our journey to shape the world around us.
One more time, John Croze. Thank you. That concludes the program for tonight. The doors open to the Dome tomorrow at noon. We'll start the player introductions right at 1 o'clock and kickoff will follow. Just as one final thought, I'd like to thank everybody again for coming, and what a great group of guys. Guys, I want to challenge you the same way that the coaches challenge you. You know, could be coaching, could be teaching, could be any career. You don't need to start an all-star game. You don't need to do that to make a difference in somebody's life. So wherever you end up in your communities, get involved. get involved because, you know, like we saw Jake come back, Jake Witt come back, like we saw some of these guys, Sam Gillis has come back now, you know, he was in your spot not too long ago. We've had lots of players come back and coach, so wherever you end up, get involved because there's a lot of people out there in this audience right now and just back home that have helped you get where you are, so you guys help that next generation, okay? That's the challenge moving forward, okay? Let's have a great game tomorrow. See you then.